after that, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing really good basketball. We're playing arguably the best offensive team in the league in LSU. So, our guys got to get locked in defensively. We've been pretty good. We got to keep them humble, keep the ego out of the room, keep them playing hard because, LSU's loaded offensively, from Cam Thomas, I think he's the leading freshman scorer in the country, and they're probably their best freshman scorer since Chris Jackson, Trenton Watford, who everybody here is familiar with, and Javonte Smart's playing really well. Days is a mismatch nightmare. So we've got our hands full on the defensive end tomorrow night, and I kind of reminded our guys, we were on a 4-game winning streak last year when we went to LSU, and then after that they kind of put us in a tailspin that we never really got out of. So we're going to see if we can show some maturity, go in there, play a lot harder, play a lot better, and see if we can keep this thing rolling because the chemistry's been great, the momentum's going, guys are playing together. Winning helps that. Everything looks better when you're winning games. So, but we've got our hands full tomorrow for sure.
Thank you, Coach. Let's go ahead and take questions, starting with Michael Casagrande.
Nate, I know you're big into analytics and the numbers of the game. Do you believe in momentum in a streak like this?
You know what? I haven't looked at any of those numbers, to be honest with you. The numbers I look at more are, play-by-play, shot efficiency, that. So I do think there's something to be said for getting confidence in how you're playing and that leading to some momentum and guys believing that they can win games and close games and all that. So, yeah, it'd be great if we could keep the momentum rolling, but I haven't really evaluated or studied any of the numbers on momentum of any of that. You guys might be able to enlighten me a little bit on some of the analytics of that.
Let's go to Charlie Potter next.
Hey, Coach, you just talked about keeping the team's ego low, but how rewarding is it to see you guys finally get some recognition from the polls and to be ranked?
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the guys, for them to get recognition. It's great. Congratulations to Petty. Got National Player of the Week from a few different, maybe ESPN and NCAA both gave him National Player of the Week. So I think it's great for him. He's been about the right stuff since Christmas, really, and since our winning streak started. He's been playing great. So for him to get recognized, for the team, for these players, this is things like I keep telling them, I'm going to be coaching for a long time, but you guys get a one-time chance to play college basketball. So they're doing a really good job of it now. So to get recognized, they can 20 years from now talk about where they were ranked and all that. For right now, today, it really doesn't mean anything. Just means we've been playing pretty good, but shoot, that can all go out the window in one game. So we just got to keep doing what we've been doing, keep focused on the task at hand, not let – it's really a distraction if you think about it for more than about 5-10 seconds. So keep the distractions away and just keep working, doing what we've been doing here.
Let's go to Tyler Martin next.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned Trenton Watford in your opening. Just kind of curious to where you've seen him improve from last year when you guys played against him until now.
Yeah, I think they're using him more as a playmaker a little bit. They're running offense through him more this year. He's passing the ball a little bit better. I think he's shooting a few more threes, still not shooting a high volume, but, he's been efficient when he shoots them. So I think he's expanded his game, just kind of being the guy that they run offense through a lot. So, he still goes to the post-up a lot. He's a heavy post-up guy, but he has shown that he's, can go off the dribble. They even play him at the point some. So, they've done a little bit of that. But he's obviously super talented, big part of the scouting report. Got to be locked into what he's doing every time down the floor. And, and you can't just play him as just a scorer because he can pass the ball as well.
Let's next up is Tony Tsoukalas.
Yeah, Tyler kind of stole my question, but when you look at stopping Trendon, especially without Jordan, what's really the plan to kind of limit him?
Yeah, different guys are going to have to play him. Last year we switched it up. We ended up playing him with our center more in the second game when we beat them. So we've got that option. You can play him with a little bit more of a, because he's got a heavy post-up game, so it makes sense to guard him with a center. The problem is he can go off the dribble a little bit too. So, we'll also look at a guy like Herb Jones, so Reese, Herb, Juwan Gary, Rojas, they'll all get their turn, and then you're obviously going to have to bring some appropriate help. You don't want to just run at him because he can pass the ball, but, when he does get an edge to a guy, you're going to have to bring some help. So he's good, but, he's not their leading scorer. He's a really good player. Cam Thomas is, when you look at stopping them, they've got really a big four with Thomas and Smart, Days, and Trendon. So you got to be locked into all four of those guys, really.
All right, let's go to Jerry Tipton next.
Yeah, Nate, I wondered how consistent your all's play has been, especially in the SEC. And if you think it's been pretty consistent, what do you attribute that to?
I think we've been consistent because I think that the things you can control, we've been pretty good at. Your effort, your defensive focus, your intensity. You can't always control whether your shots are going to go in or not. You can control the quality of shots you take, but, that stuff comes and goes. Sometimes you get in a slump. But I think the stuff that you can control, our guys have been focused mainly on that. And when you do that, you get some consistency about you because you can find different ways to win. Shots don't drop. You get to the offensive boards. You get some turnovers. You play harder on defense, get out in transition. When shots do drop, certainly makes it a lot easier, but you can't rely on getting hot from three to win games. And I don't think we've done that. We've been shooting the ball better, but I also think you shoot it better when you're not thinking about having to make shots, when you're focused on little details, defensive end, scouting report, playing hard, crashing the glass, sprinting the floor, taking charges, diving on the floor for loose balls, all that stuff. When you focus on that and just play the game the right way unselfishly on offense, the offense always tends to flow a lot better. So I think we've been pretty consistent over the 6 games in the SEC just because I think we've been focused on those type of things.
All right, last question. We'll go to Cecil Hurt.
Coach, going to Baton Rouge, which has been not a great place to play for Alabama over the years, but is there a home court advantage this season, and will there be one, you think?
I saw some numbers somebody put up in an article, either last night or this morning. I saw them that the home court advantage is reduced. I think in one of the Power 5 leagues, it's actually upside down. More road teams have won than home teams. So I think the home court advantage is less than it used to be, but I would still rather be playing in our gym, with the limited fans we have. Even though they're limited, there's still fans there, shooting in our gym we've shot at. There's still a home court advantage to me. It's just not as maybe big, as it used to be. But, LSU didn't have a very ruckus crowd when we were there last year, to be honest with you. It's not, a place like some other places in our league, even though they've been really good. They've won the SEC and stuff. So, my guess would be the home court advantage for them this year is going to be about the same as it was for them last year and in years previous. And I don't know what the numbers are. I don't even know when the last time we've won there or any of that stuff. I haven't looked at any of that. So, but from what you say, my guess is we haven't won there for a little while. So, but we hadn't won at Kentucky for a while either, and at Auburn and some other places. So we're trying to change things, trying to change mindsets around here. So whether there's a home court advantage or not, we got to bring it, and we got to, like I said before, control what we can control and focus on guarding. And if we do that, I think we can win in any gym we play in.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks. When is the last time we won there?
It had been